We rise together. We build together. We grow together. We scale forever. Start with a spark now. It's fire in our hands. Dreams into numbers. Building empires on demand. Traffic is flowing. The leads never fail. Health, wealth, success. It's all in the scale. Scale, scale, scale. Rise up high and never fail. Scale, scale, scale. From the vision to the trail. Scale, scale, scale. Every profit, every sale. We're one, we're strong. Together we belong. Scale, scale, scale.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Simon Liang back with Scale Live. If you're joining us live, give us a hashtag live. If you're joining us on the replay, give us a hashtag replay. And as we are a global community, do let us know inside of the chats if you happen to be joining us, whether it is live or on the replay. In the comments, let us know your country, your city, as well as your time. It is 12:30 a.m. for me in Malaysia, so it is quite late, but again, these are just the kind of sacrifices that we make for all of you, so you're welcome. So huge welcome back to our affiliate marketing series at Scale Live. This is our third of this series, and if this is your first time joining us, let us know inside of the comments. Type in the number 1. If this is your second time joining us, type in the number 2. And if this is your third time, type in the number 3. And if you still need to get caught up, because this is the third of the series, where today we're talking about AI affiliate emails, writing launch emails that don't feel salesy. If you need the affiliate marketing 101, if you need to learn all about the launches and how to get started, we do want to invite you, if you haven't already, to connect with us. We're all across social media. As you can see on the screen, we do have a couple of our social media handles. ScaleGG official. You'll find us on Facebook, you'll find us on YouTube, you'll find us on LinkedIn, you'll find us on Instagram. I think you'll find us also on Twitter and Threads and Pinterest as well, on all these different handles. But the most active ones are definitely Facebook as well as YouTube, because that's where we're currently able to go live for you. So if you haven't already, make sure that you come over here and check out some of the content that we have, especially on our Facebook page. This is where a lot of the magic actually happens. You can see that every single day we are posting multiple times with a lot of different tips, tricks, advice that you can do to get started in your journey of entrepreneurship, internet marketing, online business, and as well how you can integrate everything into the whole Scale.gg ecosystem and use our ScalePlus products and services to be able to take that business of yours to the next level. So as you can see, we're actually moving on. We gave you a lot of A to Z, different kinds of content, from YouTube automation to webinar funnels, building your own personal brand, resume services, Amazon FBA, and so much more. So go over there. You can see that inside of the screen right now. Facebook.com/ScaleGG official. You will see a whole lot more from there. And as you can see, 20 minutes ago, as recently as that, we've also been sharing with you a lot of different things when it comes to AI as well. So that's going to be like our next thing. We're going to be moving on into a lot of AI marketing, AI content creation, AI businesses. Do you want to learn more about AI? By the way, if you do type in AI inside of the chats, and what you will see, of course, is over time and multiple times a day, as what we're mentioning. Like this was posted an hour ago. This was posted 4 hours ago. This was posted 9 hours ago. This was posted 10 hours ago. You get the idea, right? Multiple times every single day within a 24-hour period. We just don't stop over delivering for you. So if you do want more AI content, definitely come to our Facebook page to learn more and to get caught up on a lot of the different trainings, as you can see on the screen as well. YouTube.com/@ScaleGG official. This is where you'll be able to see a lot of content, in fact, from Mr. Mike Filsaime, a lot of tutorials, a lot of different apps. In fact, we're going to be adding more, not just with Mike, but also with Matt as well, because he also does live streams and he's also a part of the tutorials and things like that. So if you do want to get caught up on the different apps like mystore.gg, which is going to be coming very soon, Blogbaser to Page Builder, Brand Baser, videoplayer.gg. We also have more on Click Campaigns coming up. We also have more on Chat Baser coming up, and really just so much more that I'm sure many of us would really want to learn about, right? So this is where you can learn about AI blogging profits, and again, AI and automation, all within ScalePlus. So if you haven't had the opportunity to do so, ScaleGG official is our handle on YouTube as well. Now, if you are a part of our community on Facebook, then this is actually another place that you should really go to, okay? Because this is where the community actually happens. And many of us know, right? When it comes to YouTube channels, yeah, maybe we can interact in the chat, maybe in the comments if we're live, same thing, right? If we're on Facebook, just on the regular page, but the community is really where a lot of interaction happens, right? We got over 148,000 members. Not all of us right now are always active, and that's okay because life gets in the way. But as you can see, we have all of the updates. In fact, if you refresh the page, like 30 minutes ago, we said that we're going to be going live in 30 minutes. And then when we refresh the page, you can see that 8 minutes ago. Has it been 8 minutes already? Yeah, since we came on live, you can see I posted again. We are live with the link here again, AI affiliate emails training. So all of this, of course, is to give us and our friends a little bit more time to be joining us on the live stream should you really want to participate and interact and engage with us. And so with all of this, right, still a huge welcome should you want to come and invite yourselves into our community, because a lot of our updates, post, the tutorials that we're just talking about, right, lots of content are being posted right over here. And we're also asking you, right, what else do you want to see? And earlier today, I was like, hey, we're planning our live affiliate training with a focus on AI email marketing, the one that we're doing right now, right? Which one would you want to see, or what would you like to see more about? What do you want to learn more about? What questions do you have? These are your opportunities to customize the kind of trainings that we give you so that you have the chance to really get your questions answered, to get your problems resolved, and anything else that you would like to know that we can't address for you. This is your opportunity inside the group. Turn on the notifications, go there and interact, engage, answer, and respond to all of these different questions that we're asking you, because again, it is your opportunity to be able to join us right alongside with this. And we see Good at Marketing is joining us live, and this is your third time joining us. Yes, I do remember you joining us the other 2 times as well. And there's going to be plenty more, by the way, where that came from. Because today, even though we are going to be talking about a very interesting topic that I personally am very interested in when it comes to affiliate marketing, when it comes to launches, when it comes to promotions in general, of course, email marketing is only scratching the surface. There's so many more different strategies that you would need to learn, that you need to master. And so over time, again, inside of our communities, That's where it is your chance to voice out, to let us know what else you want to learn more about, and how else we can dive in deeper into different topics so that you can actually master them. And of course, with AI affiliate emails, it's not just about sending out any kind of emails. We're talking about emails specific to launches, and even more so, and more importantly, don't feel salesy, right? Don't feel overly aggressive. Don't feel like we're pushing people and trying to convince them and persuade them to buy by any means necessary. Those are the kinds of content that ultimately turns people off and won't be able to make you those sales. Do you agree? If you agree, type in agree inside the chat. And so today we're going to be talking about how to leverage AI to write us some really good emails that are designed to deliver value, that are designed to educate and ultimately close that sale, even without us having to say a single word. So by the end of today's session, the goal is for you to understand why emails is the most powerful affiliate channel, especially in this day and age. We want to share with you what types of emails to send, especially during a launch. Have real email drafts that you can adapt and use, and we want you to really feel confidently promoting Scale.gg without sounding pushy. And so, by the way, if you do happen to be joining us for the first time, or you're not familiar with what it is that this community is all about, and you do want to learn more, I do want to invite you to go to Scale.gg. I will type that into the chat for you so that you will be able to see this. Scale.gg. And even if you have been a part of our community for a while and you want to know what the purpose of these trainings are, right? Of course, we're going through affiliate marketing because we want to invite you to promote Scale.gg. But not only that, when you come to Scale.gg, learn all about the #1 growth platform for 2026 and beyond. Watch these videos from Mr. Mike Filsame to learn more about how you can launch, automate, and scale your business. This is a super powerful AI companion suite that makes your CRM do more. So whether you are using, let's say, Groove, or let's say you're using ClickFunnels, or let's say you're using Go High Level, or any other CRM tool, ScalePlus is going to be a super amazing companion for you because it does all these AI stuff for your marketing that will help you to get more promotions, right? Get more marketing, get more done with your CRM. So come over here to learn all about it. Take action, secure your offer if you haven't yet. And once you do, we do want to, and the reason why we're doing a lot of these different trainings for you as an affiliate is because we don't just simply want to invite you to be an affiliate. When you go to scale.gg/JV, once again, that's scale.gg/JV. You can see that on the screen right now. What you'll see is that in addition to the regular affiliate program, we're also about to be announcing a launch, like an official announcement will be coming soon from Mike Filsame. But once you come over here to scale.gg/JV, you will be able to learn more about that already because there's a video right over here. The dates are already here as well. You can see that this is a live launch that will end in about 20 days from now, or 21 days from now. And when you scroll down just a little bit more, you will see the entire launch calendar. So I believe right now, well, I am in the future, if you happen to be like in the US or, in the UK or some other parts of the world, because it's 12:42 a.m. for me right now on the 4th of February, Wednesday. For most of us who may be watching this right now, it might be Tuesday for you in real time. So in that case, what this means that is pretty much in exactly 1 week from now, this launch is going to officially start. So I would presume that over the next few days at some point, whether by email, whether inside of the Facebook group, that's why you should be joining. And of course, we'll be sharing more information, sharing that on our pages and YouTube channels and LinkedIn and Instagram as well. But that's where the announcements are going to happen, or perhaps even a live stream of sorts, so that you will learn more about all these different things. When you scroll down, you can see that this is still just starting, right? Because we don't even have anything announced in terms of the prizes, in terms of the rewards and cash bonuses for anybody who will be amongst the top 20, right? But as you can see, this is a full-blown launch. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be talking a lot about that in terms of strategies, in terms of what's coming up, in terms of the community, what's happening, a whole bunch of updates. So this is something that you're definitely going to want to stay tuned more about. But coming over here to scale.gg/JV is going to get you a really good head start. And so the purpose of today's training, as we talk more about affiliate emails, is going to be more so on the pre-launch aspect, obviously, because the launch date hasn't even arrived yet. But if you want to pre-launch to, let's say, your list, your subscribers, any kind of database that you might have, this is what we're going to be talking about. Okay, so most importantly, this is where you can get your affiliate link right over here. You can highlight this, right click, copy this, or Control-C, Command-C, or just simply click on this copy affiliate link button, and that will go ahead and copy this onto your clipboard, and then you can paste it into wherever it is that you want to promote. Or when you click on links, the very first link right up top here, this is also your affiliate link to the homepage, and that is the one that you currently want to use as a pre-launch. Okay, so you can, again, right click, copy this, or you can Control-C or Command-C if you're using using a Mac, or right over here, click on copy affiliate link, and this will be copied onto your clipboard. All right, so this is where you would go to learn all about the upcoming JV launch, as well as to grab your affiliate link, especially because today we're going to be sharing with you exactly how it is that you should start pre-launching this to your own communities so that you will have the chance of getting one of those top 20 prizes on the JV launch itself. Are you ready for this? If you are, type in ready inside of the chat. And as always, if you think that this is going to be helpful for you, or even if you know anybody who will benefit from this, please do yourself a favor, do us a favor, do them a favor as well, and share this with them, or even tag them in the comments if you're on Facebook of this live stream, because we want to make sure that they get access to this, whether it's live in real time or whether it's on the recording as well. So first and foremost, let's start off by talking more about AI affiliate emails. This is what we're going to be diving in more about today, okay? Because in the last couple of sessions, we've been talking about AI to plan an affiliate launch and to generate content ideas. So again, if you haven't already checked that out, go to our YouTube channel and go to our Facebook page to take a look at some of the different replays. This is our groups as well. You can go there and check that out. But this right over here on our YouTube, as well as on our Facebook, is where you can see some of the previous content that we have been sharing with you. So with that, today, we're going to go zoom in on one specific skill. In the first specific skill that we're going to be sharing more about with you, which is email marketing for affiliates. This is what we need to understand when it comes to email marketing. You see, we said it once, we said it 1,000 times. People will do business if they know you, like you, and trust you, right? In the process, you need to build relationships with them. Emails oftentimes is where this relationship is actually being built. It's based on the content that you share with them. It's something that will help them to make a decision. So via email, this is where you build trust. It's where the people will make their decisions, and your subscribers will be able to actually make purchases from you. And as a result, the most affiliate commissions can actually happen. And especially during launches, when there are a lot of things going on, there might be like live streams, right? There might be webinars, there might be different video sequences that have already been pre-recorded, designed to educate, designed to get people excited. There might be different ebooks or free reports that are given out that you just never know the kind of resources that may be provided to us as JV partners, as affiliates, especially during these launches. And so when that happens, your email is the #1 way for you to communicate with your list, to keep them abreast with all of the news and announcements and updates of when everything is going to be happening. Hey, make sure that you're going to be joining us today at 12:30 p.m. EST, for example, for another live stream training. Make sure that you join us tomorrow at 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. when Mike Phil's saying, maybe he's going to be doing an actual webinar for 2 hours or maybe even 3 hours with live demos, right? So with emails, once we have the information of when all these live events, webinars, live streams, live demos, and everything else will be happening, it is our opportunity to keep our list and our customers and our subscribers all in the loop, right? So today, we're going to be sharing with you specifically why email is still the highest converting channel for affiliates. We're also going to be talking about what kinds of emails work best, especially during launches. Not one size oftentimes fits all. Keep that in mind. So certain emails and strategies may be relevant and suitable for different times, but especially when it comes to launches, we'll also be sharing with you what kinds of emails work best during this time. We're also going to continue to dive into AI. And if you want to follow along, you want to do some ChatGPT stuff with us, highly, highly encouraged, because then you can basically see exactly what we're doing, and you can get results, get your stuff ready even before the session is over. And then we're going to share with you, of course, how this applies directly to the ScaleGG launch and how you can actually make this possible for yourself. Now, this session, as what we just alluded to, is practical, right? It's not designed just to give you the information, just for you to watch this and say, oh, well, pretty cool. It's not just theory. These are things that we're not going to have like specific, okay, so now it's your turn and this is your exercise. In fact, everything that we do, I highly recommend that you be as responsive as possible. Be responsive inside of the chats. If we tell you some stuff that you want to remember, jot them down as notes. And of course, if we're doing live demos and we're sharing with you different prompts that you can copy and paste. Do you want some prompts you can copy and paste? By the way, if you do type in copy, paste inside of the comments, this is designed to be a practical experience for you. So we will be using ChatGPT Live to plan and draft real emails that you can adapt and send. So first and foremost, why is email so powerful for affiliates? Ask me why, ? Inside of the chat. You see, one of the biggest misconceptions in affiliate marketing history, launches or not, is that you need a massive, ginormous list in order for you to succeed, in order for you to even make a sale or make any money in the first place. In reality, while email is super powerful when you have a big list, right? This is why a lot of the JV partners out there, they really get onto the radars of a lot of the product owners out there who are doing launches, because sometimes they look at the size of their list. But one thing that many people kind of overlook is how powerful email it is as just a communication tool because of its personal nature. Does that make sense? You can be super personal with the kind of emails that you write out. So it doesn't have to be super hypey. It doesn't have to be like you're talking to the masses. Just like how when I'm talking about presenting, whether it's live in person or whether it's online, when we're doing even a live stream such as this, I'm not sure how many of you actually notice, but I use a lot of you. Right? I use a lot of me and you or us, and very few of hello, everyone, or how are you guys doing? Or what's everybody up to? Right? Because when you use everyone or everybody or you guys, you're talking to the masses, right? You're not talking to people individually. Now, when you are able to interact with me and I can see you in the comments, what you also notice is that when I highlight you, for example, I would say good at marketing. And ideally, I would know your name, or you would have your name inside of the inside of your username, so that I don't identify you as Mr. or Miss Marketing, right? So with that, that is how we build that personal relationship with somebody if we can, right? If we can, if we have their name, if we have their information. Martin. All right. So Martin, yeah, I think you mentioned that before, but I have like a memory of a goldfish. So thank you very much, Martin, for reminding me. But whatever the case might be, right? The reality of this is that email can be just as powerful once you leverage the personal nature of this. And so with that, even with a small list, even if it's relevant, it can outperform the larger audiences on the social platforms. So with that, highly recommended if you're this is a little bit beyond the scope of what we're talking about here today, but in your list building process, when you're giving away the freebies and you're doing the lead magnets and asking for the registrations, a lot of people skip this part these days and they simply just ask for an email address. But I still always, still at the very least, ask them for their first name. And if at all possible, ask them for their last name as well, or their full name, because when you have that first name basis, you can actually address them in the emails. Hey, Martin, hope you're having a great day. It's the beginning of the week. Are you looking forward to everything that will be happening over the next few days? Let's do something really cool before the weekend actually arrives, right? So in that kind of personal nature kind of email, that's the style actually that I have in my email communication. And I'll tell you what, it does wonders. It is absolutely amazing to making people feel like you're actually talking to them. I can't tell you how many email responses that I actually get as replies after I send out the emails, because they're like, hey, thank you very much for sending me that email. Thank you for taking the time to writing to me, because it sounds like I'm actually writing to a friend, right? So that's something to keep in mind. And even if you have a small list, this is something that anybody can do. And basically, like a small list where you can be super personal versus a large, massive list where you're impersonal. The small list that's personal outperforms the large audiences every single day of the week. So keep that in mind. Even if you do have a small database and you're like, I don't really know if I'll be able to convert, I don't really know if I'm going to be able to make sales, with the strategies that we'll be sharing with you, hopefully it will get you more confidence that this will in fact actually work for you. So why is email so powerful for affiliates? Because emails allows for direct, uninterrupted communication with their audience. There's no distractions when you send them emails. There's no like, hey, so I'm reading this email and I'm going to be watching this video in the meantime, or I get interrupted with some kind of a instant message or something because I happen to be on Facebook. When it's their email, the email goes directly into their inbox and you have their entire attention just reading that, right? So with that, this is something that allows you to have that direct, uninterrupted communication with them. You also don't need to depend on algorithms or platform changes. And this usually is a big part of social media marketing, right? Or video marketing, or even SEO. Every single one of those strategies, 1000% is dependent on those platforms, whether or not they want to push you, whether or not you have the strategy, correctly to rank high in the search engines for the algorithms to actually promote you to different audiences. And what if one day it actually changes? What if one day it actually doesn't, it doesn't perform for you anymore? Then your entire business is pretty much dead in the water, right? So with the email, it's great because now you have control. When the social media accounts, right, they ban you or they block you or the algorithms no longer work, then the good news is you can always still continue to send them emails. So you don't need to depend on algorithms or platform changes. You can also launch emails that benefit from urgency as well as timing, because especially during the launches, everything is based on urgency, right? Everything is about by this deadline on this date and at this time, this offer is going to expire. So with that, plus with all of the different community members, bringing in the hype and like getting excited about it. Everyone is talking about it and promoting it. This is definitely a great opportunity for us to use email as a powerful tool for us. Small email list can also still produce strong results because, again, of the personal nature of that. And during launches, emails can actually become even more effective because of the timing, because of the deadlines and the reminders that we continue to send all of our subscribers. And so with that, everything definitely really matters. Dr. Linham is asking, is ScalePlus going to offer an email sending service? The short answer, Doctor, is no, ScalePlus is not going to offer an email sending service, but the short answer is ScalePlus already has an email sending service. So it's called GrooveMail, which you can actually access right now. It is readily available. In fact, when you stay until the end of this actual training, we're actually going to be giving you a live demo. Do you want to see a live demo, by the way? Who wants to see a live demo of how to actually send the emails using GrooveMail, using the emails that we generate? If you want to see a demo, type in demo inside the chat and we'll take a look at the time and then we'll see whether or not it's possible. But of course, I think it's already in the plan. So if you're around for the next hour or so, we might over deliver just a little bit. And if you are so inclined to stay back and watch, then of course you will be able to see it. All right. So let's move on into the training itself because we want to rush towards that live demo. Right. The biggest email mistake that affiliates actually make. We're seeing a little thumbs up from Melvin. Yes, demo, says good at marketing. Very, very cool. All right, so sending emails definitely can be something that is effective, but don't fall into the trap of making these mistakes because most people don't fail in email marketing. They don't fail in necessarily making sales with their emails because of the content, because of the technology, because they don't know what they're doing. A lot of times, believe it or not, most people, just like in real life, selling, right? Most people are not going to do well in a sales environment. They do not do well in MLMs. They cannot do network marketing. They don't close when they're on webinars or on the big stage. It's because they're simply uncomfortable in promoting. It's because they feel like they're not confident in their skills to sell. How many of you agree with that? If you agree, type in agree inside of the chats. You see, the goal of affiliates email marketing is not necessarily to convince. So very unlike a traditional sales environment, you don't need to be a salesperson. Your job as an affiliate email marketer is simply to inform and to invite. That's it. Especially if you're a part of a community like Scale.gg, especially if a launch is going on, all you got to do is provide updates and invite others, send them invitations on what is happening already. When emails sound honest and helpful, people don't mind promotions at all. You see, because the thing is, people love to buy. They do, but oftentimes they just simply don't like the idea of being sold. Does that make sense? So a lot of times when I'm like browsing through a department store, maybe I happen to be want to buy a new t-shirt. Maybe I want to buy a new jacket. Maybe I want to buy some new furniture. Maybe I want to buy a new phone or other electronics, right? With the intention of actually wanting to buy something. But the moment that somebody comes up, a salesperson comes up, and there's nothing wrong, or do I have against salespeople, but a lot of times it depends on how well they've been trained, right? So if they're like, hey, how's it going? Great to meet you. Just wanted to know if you have any questions, if there's anything that can help you with, if they're willing to be helpful, right? And they really are honest and they respect you and your space, don't want to give you any pressure, right? Then yeah, I am interested in, this t-shirt. Do you have it in another color? Right? So that's where conversations actually get started. But when they come up to you and they're like, oh, this is on sale right now, and this is something that you don't want to miss out on because it's buy one get one free, and you know what, before you walk out this door, if you don't buy this, then you're going to be really regretful for the rest of your life. If that is like the attitude of the salesperson, that scares most people away, right? And that's just like something that you're like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to buy from you today anymore, right? Even though my intention of purchasing was always there right from the beginning. So same thing when we are emailing with them and we're communicating with them by email marketing. We want to sound honest. We want to sound helpful. We want to ask them questions about what it is that we can help them with. We want to ask them if they also have any questions at all, right? As well. So with that, sending emails that feel pushy or overly promotional, that is definitely one of the bigger mistakes that many affiliates make. Not just affiliates, but a lot of product owners as well. They also make the mistake of only emailing when trying to sell something. So in many cases, right, people, as we say, want to do business with those whom they know, like, and trust. For the majority of the time that we're here, of course, we're still saying, if you haven't had the opportunity to do so, then you'll want to make sure that you learn more about ScalePlus at ScaleGG. Also be a part of our affiliate program if you haven't. But are we being overly pushy? Are we like saying, hey, you must sign up for this today and get the best deal of a lifetime? We have a sale right now that you're going to be missing out on if you don't take action. And while all of this is true, right, you're not actually seeing this in these trainings that we're doing. We're giving you live demos. We're giving you value. Are you receiving value, by the way? If you are, please do me a favor, type in value inside of the chat so that we know that these are valuable to you. And hopefully you're learning something, right, through the education, that it helps you along the way. That is the main goal, right? That is the main objective of these live trainings. So we're not only doing these live presentations, we're not only doing these live streams, we're not only going live only when we're trying to sell something. We are truly, right, trying to provide value to you and to the right audience, to the right people. This is something that can help you. And yes, for sure, you can do this with WordPress. You can integrate, by the way, the forms and everything else with GrooveMail onto WordPress as well, if that's what you're asking. Also, not explaining why the offer is relevant in the actual sales process. I mean, today, we're not talking necessarily about the ScalePlus offer, but believe it or not, when we're talking about email marketing, right, when we're talking about how effective email marketing can be when it comes to your own affiliate sales, the offer is still relevant, right? Because as part of the ScalePlus suite of products, the emails that we create today, you can use GrooveMail to send out the emails. You can integrate that onto a Groove page, onto a page that you build with Page Builder, or even if you decide that you want to use a page that you've created through WordPress, right? That's all possible as well. So in terms of what we have as part of the ScalePlus community, of course, everything is relevant, right? Overthinking email structure as well as wording, that actually happens a lot, especially pre-dawn, the age of AI, and especially for those who, right now, we've been using AI for a number of years now, but there's still a lot of people who still aren't really actively using it because they're like, hey, I just don't feel like I need it, or AI doesn't write very well, or I don't know how to use it in the first place, right? Well, if you don't know how to use it, then learn it. And if you feel like it's not doing a good job, chances are it's because the prompt wasn't doing a good job in letting the AI know exactly what kind of content that you need, right? So with all of that, AI helps remove a lot of this emotional friction. You don't need to worry about the potential mistakes because AI makes everything simple. Do you like things to be simple? If you do, type in simple inside of the chat. So how AI helps with affiliates email marketing. In just a short while, we're going to go into ChatGPT. Once again, this is what we do, right? Inside of these trainings. The thing is, We go to ChatGPT not because we want it to replace us, not because ChatGPT is supposed to replace our voice and replace our styles and replace our personalities. In fact, the reason why we use ChatGPT or any AI assistant of your choice is because it helps you find your voice faster, your content faster, your results a whole lot faster. Because AI, for example, if you know how to talk to it, if you know how to actually prompt it to give you the right results, AI can help you to organize your ideas even before the writing process itself. So don't make the mistake of jumping right in and saying, I want these emails written. Just like a freelancer, just like a team member, just like a real person, it actually helps when we go one step at a time. Introduce ChatGPT first and foremost to the products that you're going to be promoting. Say, hey, let's try and find out more about it. This is where you can go to learn, get more information. And then in the end, say step by step, do you have any questions? Is this something that is clear? What else do we need to know before we actually craft out the emails, right? Step by step. Then you say we want to create the structure. We want to organize it, right? So with that, we can create prompts for each and every one of those. And after that process, AI can still draft out the emails a lot faster than simply starting from scratch, and especially from doing it manually. Because as you'll soon see, and I'm sure many of you have seen this before, but if you haven't seen this before, like you ask ChatGPT to do something, like literally in front of your eyes within boom, split seconds, right? It starts writing coherently, high quality responses to you faster than we can even think of the response. Before we even digest the response of the questions that we've been asked, like if you're talking to a real person, ChatGPT is already on its way to crafting you $1 million email. So with all of that, right, AI is definitely something that can do things very, very quickly. You, on the other hand, always have control. Like if you say you're not happy with the tonality, if you're not happy with how long the email was, if you're not happy with the style, like it was too salesy or it was not salesy enough, it was too aggressive, it was too toned down, it wasn't doing a good job, right? You can always have the option to keep your style under your control as well. AI also reduces overthinking and perfectionism, especially on our end. I don't know about you, but especially when I was writing, like actively manually writing a lot of my own contents, I oftentimes read and reread. I go back, I start, deleting stuff and saying, no, I want to do this. Even when you watch me as I enter into prompts over the past few sessions, right? I did that same thing. Like I was like, that's not really the way that I would want to write it. I want to make some changes over here, delete the sentence and added that in. And you'll probably see some of that today as well. Like it's just a part of who I am and what I do when I do my marketing. There is a certain part of perfectionist inside of me as well. And so with AI, that helps us. That helps us to expedite that process, to stop overthinking and stop being our worst critic when it comes to many things. So instead of our bad habits, our old habits, which result in us staring at a blank screen sometimes, right? You start off with a draft that you can refine, personalize, or simplify anytime that you want. So now let's actually start by setting proper context in ChatGPT so that it understands what kind of emails we're writing, right? So as we mentioned earlier, it helps to organize the ideas before we even start to write. So let's move on into our first live demo. This one is designed to set email context in ChatGPT. And just like in the previous section, right? Context is everything. We need to make sure that ChatGPT knows exactly what kind of role to play, right? That's why we say we define the role of ChatGPT, as well as we want to clarify the audience. We want to clarify the offer. We want to specify that emails should feel educational. Otherwise, it's just going to go get started with very promotional type of salesy style, right? That sometimes that it defaults to. So if we tell it, hey, take a step back, right? We want to make sure that we are informative, that we are educational, that we're teaching people something that delivers value, right? That delivers value. And if we do deliver value, then our audiences, like Martin, right, would actually know. And then, of course, Gilmar as well. Hello from Brazil. People that joined previously and found value before, they will decide to join you again, right? So again, same thing with emails. We want to clarify the audience to make sure that we're speaking to them. And of course, the offer is going to be relevant to them as well. We also specify the email should be educational and the context improves every email draft. So just like what we talked about before, context is pretty much everything, right? We're not asking ChatGPT to simply write an email. In fact, this very first step, we don't want to ask ChatGPT to write an email. We're asking it to think like an affiliate marketer writing to beginners. So let's start the conversation properly. This is the AI prompt that I am going to highlight, and I will paste this into the chat. So if you happen to be joining us live on YouTube, if you happen to be joining us live on Facebook, you should be able to see this inside of the chat or the comments area. If you're on YouTube and you are looking into the comment section, it's not going to be there. You'll need to go over to the live chat section because that's where you'll be able to see what was actually communicated during the live session itself, right? So that's right now what we're doing. So this is the prompts that we will be using. Model after it. Use this as is, or just copy and paste it and make whatever edits that you would want. It really is up to you, but it goes something like this, right? We're again asking it to put on a hat of a specific role. So we're saying you are an affiliate email marketing strategist. I am promoting a software platform during an active launch. My audience is beginners interested in affiliate marketing and online income. I want my emails to feel educational, honest, and non-pushy. Please confirm that you understand the goal. Okay, so this is the very first step, right? We're not asking to write any emails for us. We're not asking it to start planning. We're just like, hey, just confirm that you understand this. So should you feel like you want to follow along, highly recommended that you do so. By the way, as you can see, I am using just the free ChatGPT account. You can have an upgraded account if you want, but in case you're wondering, it is not absolutely necessary to have an upgraded account. I do have one, but in this case, I'm using a free one just to share with you that this is possible even for a free account. We were talking to Mike yesterday, actually, Mike Sam, and he was saying, oh yeah, actually, there's a lot of different things that are happening in the AI world, not to scare us or anything, but it might be in our best interest, he says, to be nice to AI and don't be mean to it, and don't command it and demand that it do stuff, because you never know how in the future it might want to retaliate if it comes to that, or maybe AI is going to take over, blah blah blah, these different horror stories, right, that we've been listening to. And so with that, I'm about to change my mind on how I'm starting this actual conversation. And instead of saying you are an affiliate email marketing strategist, I'm going to start by saying hi. All right, just to be nice. I'm going to say hi. You are an email or affiliate email marketing strategist. I am promoting a software platform during an active launch. In fact, the reason why I posted the prompt the way that I did without any context is because this is something that you can also customize according to your own affiliate link, right? Or according to your own URL, or according to whatever other promotion that you might actually be having, right? So you'll notice that we don't actually talk about Scale.gg. So in this case, though, I do want to give it some context. I am promoting a software platform right over here. I'm going to say called ScaleGG. And then after that, I want to give some additional information. You can learn more about this on their website at https://scale.gg. All right, so with that, this is some additional information and some additional context. My audience is beginners interested in affiliate marketing and online income. I want my emails to feel educational, honest, and non-pushy. Please confirm that you understand the goal. All right, so far so good. It looks good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and click on the generate button, and let's see in real time what ChatGPT is gonna say. Hi, smiley face. Right, so now we're going off to a good start, right? We're having a good conversation. Yep, fully understood. Go confirm. You're promoting Scale.gg during an active launch to a beginner audience interested in affiliate marketing and online income. Your emails should feel educational, honest and transparent, non-pushy, and beginner-friendly. I'll approach this as a trusted guide, not a hype machine, positioning Scale.gg as a useful tool within a bigger learning journey, not a magic button. Oh, so it's pretty good, right? It's actually giving us a lot of response, like just based on the small amounts of information that we gave it, right? Not only is it saying, yep, I confirmed that, understand, it actually summarized everything that we shared and saying, yep, this is my understanding of it. And so you can take a look, and if anything is unclear, anything is incorrect, you can always correct it. But from the looks of things, mapping the launch email sequence, defining the core angle, write emails naturally. Yep, these are some of the next steps that we want to take. Looks great, right? Just say the word on when we're ready for that next step. So we will do that. And check that out in just a moment's time. I'm actually distracted because Melvin is sending me something very interesting, saying many tests have actually shown that you get better results when you are not nice to the LLM. I will find a study and send it to you. I actually heard of that study as well. In fact, Melvin, yeah, please do send me what other information you do have. It is a topic that I personally am interested in. I did find that. In fact, I think I forgot who I was talking to. It might have been Mike. It might have been another one of my partners or someone else within the community and we had actually a conversation about something similar as well, right? It's like the whole tough love thing, and we're actually giving it some more specific information about a more aggressive way of knowing how to communicate with it, so that it will actually say, oh yeah, so you mean business, and this is what I actually need to do. So here and there I've heard some different things, but I actually did not read or have seen any actual studies or tests. So if you do have that information, Melvin, that would be absolutely awesome. I am inside of the Facebook community. So you can find me and send me a PM. And by the way, I'm not sure if you're inside there as well, but we did share this a little bit earlier. Let's see if I can find that. Make sure that we're inside of this Facebook group right over here. And this is where you can find me as well. I have a lot of posts. I have a lot of content. This is my own personal Facebook profile. So go ahead and go over here and send me a message. Would love to hear from you. Thank you very much, Mr. Melvin. All right, very, very cool. All right, so with that, this is the AI prompts that we just shared. It's just step number 1. Are you following along, by the way? If you are, type in yes inside of the chat, because we are going to continue. We are going to continue with more conversations with ChatGPT in just a short while. Thank you very much, Melvin. Good at Marketing is also following along. Very, very awesome. So let's understand a little bit more about the launch email types. You see, there are definitely a lot of different kinds of styles of emails when it comes to traditional email marketing, when it comes to for different products and services that you're going to be promoting. Affiliate email marketing, on the other hand, and especially during launches, is going to follow a very specific rhythm. Okay, it's going to be pretty simple because you're not sending the same message every single day. We are able to leverage AI now to create a different set of emails, each of them having a different job. So for example, education, awareness, clarification, or reminder. So for example, pre-launch emails, which by the way, right now, as you recall, we go to scale.gg/JV. Once again, scale.gg/JV. What you'll notice is that the launch doesn't even happen until a week from now, right? In real time, as we are live during the session. So what this means is that right now, this is the pre-launch phase. It hasn't happened yet, right? The launch hasn't happened yet. So right here, right now, pre-launch emails prepare and educate the audience. This is in your best interest. 7 days before the actual launch date itself for you to start grooming your database right now. Not tomorrow, not in 2 days, not at the end of the week, not later on this weekend, especially not next week, because you're going to want to send a series of pre-launch emails to them so that we're educating them and getting them excited, right, about the topic itself without actually launching or promoting anything. This is the best time for you to start your pre-launch email sequence, all right? So that's what the pre-launch emails are designed to do. Open cart emails. This announces, like on launch day, we're live. Carts are open. Now is the time for you to finally take action. Over the past week, we've been giving you a lot of really amazing information. Well, today, we're ready to pull the trigger, right? This is what we call an open cart email. This is to announce the availability, announce the actual launch. In fact, even an hour, if we can, or 30 minutes before we open up the launch. This is an amazing, amazing time for us to say, yeah, get ready, because this website is going to go live in 10 minutes from now, in 5 minutes from now, and just like New Year, right? You're going to have a Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, whatever New Year countdown, an actual January 1st countdown for whatever New Year that you celebrate. And then just like a traditional 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then boom, refresh the page right now, right? And then it's live. And oftentimes when you read about the amazing successes of the past, like the $1 million launches, or websites that launch and made like hundreds of thousands in sales, in like the first minute, crash the websites, people can't even access it and buy anymore, right? Like all these different good problems to have stories from really, really successful launches is as a result of this whole countdown. Like this is the moment that we are going live. This is the moment you should refresh the page. Make sure you take action and do this now and do this fast before the site actually goes down and you're not able to be one of the first to pick this up, right? So this has been a proven successful launch product launch formula in the past. So this is definitely something that is that we should consider, right, as a strategy as well. Mid-launch emails. This is like a couple of weeks, maybe several days into the launch. We continue to send them emails. We continue to remind them that, hey, we're in the middle of an email of a launch right now. We're in the middle of a promotion. We're in the middle of the sale that is going to expire, just so that you know, in 1 week's time, in 10 weeks' time, or in 2 weeks' time, we reinforce the value as well as the clarity. Continue to invite them to different live streams, to different educational content, to webinars, live demos, right? That people can actually see and learn, Q&As, if those are present, right? So this continues as the launch moves on. And then finally, like on the last days, or even the last few days or the last few hours of the launch, last chance emails to focus on deadlines, but not the pressure itself, right? Not the pressure, because we want to be soft selling as opposed to hard selling. We want to invite them. We want to share with them the potential power of the benefits that they'll be getting. Not so much like you must buy now, you must buy now. In fact, when you take a look and observe what Mike has been doing for some of our internal launches, for Scale, like if you remember the Black Friday sale and the holiday sale, the Cyber Monday sale, the last few times that we did go live, it was very, very like, hey, this is the value, this is the clarity, and these are the deadlines, but there's no pressure unless unless you want to miss out on this, right? So there is that FOMO, fear of missing out, but it's not like you must buy now. Yeah, take action. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that. You'll miss out on the best sale. You can, if you want to, come and join us for 149 USD a month later on, but that's your choice, right? So we're giving people their options, but at the same time, still making it very, very clear that this is a deadline that will expire with the best deal once it's over, right? So last chance emails focus on the deadlines, not the pressure itself. So once you understand some of these roles, of course, the writing of the emails become a lot easier. Hello, Kaba. I don't know if that's your real name. Kaba Love Stories. Hello from Freetown, Sierra Leone, SL. Is that St. Louis? Or is that like another? It looks like some kind of emoji. Maybe. I don't know, SL. Maybe you can tell me which country you're in. That would be pretty cool. All right, so again, you're not sending the same email over and over again. We're giving like different emails, different jobs, whether it's to educate, whether it's to provide them with awareness, whether it's to clarify something, or to remind them that a launch is happening, that the deadline is coming up. This is something that will make the email writing process a lot easier. All right, so our next live demo. And by the way, if you're just joining us, welcome. We did one live demo already. Highly recommended that you go back after this session is over, watch what you may have missed, because this is designed to go into an actual series of chronological order. All right, so live demo, our next live demo is planning a simple launch email flow. Hello, Mr. Micah, great to see you. Okay, so planning a simple launch email flow. What this means is that next, we're going to be asking ChatGPT to plan a simple email flow that a beginner could realistically send during a launch, and especially during the upcoming launch, right? We're going to start with a simple email sequence, fewer emails done well, beat many emails done poorly. So don't focus too much on the numbers. Don't say, yep, it's going to be a 2-week launch, so I want to send 1 email every single day. And there are going to be some days I'm going to send 2 emails, and there are going to be some days I'll send 3 emails. It's great if you want to be an aggressive marketer, but keep in mind, everything starts with simple, right? Everything starts with something that is done well. So don't worry too much about too many emails to begin with. Each and every single email has a very clear purpose in mind. And as what we mentioned before, this also works even for small lists. All right, so with this in mind, this strategy, this prompt that we're about to be sharing with you, it will give us structure before we write anything. All right, so in this particular live demo, I'm going to go ahead and I will paste this into the chat for you so that you will be able to copy and paste it. Hopefully, if you happen to be joining us on Facebook, if you happen to be joining us on YouTube, this should be available there for you. All right, so create a simple 5 email affiliate launch sequence framework for beginners. And just so that you know, for the purpose of this live demonstration, we're probably not going to have the time to go through the entire 5 email launch sequence, because this is designed, by the way, in case you're not aware, to be like a 60-minute training. We're like just about halfway through, maybe not even halfway through the content that I want to share with you, and we're over that 1 hour already. So hopefully you don't mind if we over deliver yet again, because this just so happens to be one of our bad habits that we oftentimes do again and again and again, right? But with that said, create 5 simple email affiliate launch sequence frameworks for beginners. For each email concept, include the purpose of the email, a suggested subject line angle, the main idea to communicate, and we want it to keep it realistic and beginner friendly. So I'm going to go back to our ChatGPT. Again, you can follow along if you wanted to. We're going to continue the conversation over here, which means that it doesn't matter. I don't need to say, remind them again, remind ChatGPT again. Oh, remember, we're going to be doing a Scale.gg launch. We're going to be using this information that's on the website, and these are the dates and blah, 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 right? We provide that information in the beginning, which we didn't. Then we don't need to provide it again because it remembers it's going to be a part of this conversation. So what we just talked about, creating the 5 email affiliate launch sequences for beginners. I'm going to go ahead and click on generate. Perfect. Here's a simple beginner friendly 5 email affiliate launch sequence designed to educate first, build trust, and gently introduce Scale.gg without hype or pressure. In fact, I'm going to blow this up a little bit more for you because I think that will make it a little bit easier for you to read, right? No hard selling, no last chance energy, just clear guidance. All right. Email number 1 is going to talk about orientation and trust building. This is the purpose, subject line angle. Wow, pretty cool. It even gives us the possible subject lines that we can consider. This will definitely come in handy a little bit later on. The main idea is to acknowledge that affiliate marketing can feel confusing and overwhelming at the start. Very good. No links yet, just trust. And again, as you can see, this is just a summary, a main idea, a concept of what the email is going to be about. It's not the actual email itself, right? Email number 2, the beginner problem without fear or hype. It tells you the purpose, the subject lines, the main idea. Email number 3, same thing, right? Educational breakdown, how things fit together. The purpose is to teach the basic big picture. Pretty cool, right? So saying, yep, this is where the education is going to take place. You don't even need to think about what you need to educate about, right? ChatGPT does all of that for you. It even comes up with the subject line angles as well, how affiliate marketing actually works in plain English, the simple system behind most online income setups. It gives you the main idea, breaks them down into clear steps, and explains exactly what the email is going to be about. And it even has a soft educational CTA, which of course stands for call to action. Like, here's where you can go to check out the platform if you're curious. No hard sell, no like, check this out, buy this now. Hey, take a look when you have the time to see what I'm talking about, right? The super soft educational CTA. Awesome. Email number 4, honest perspective and who it's for or not for. As the same, the purpose, subject line, main idea, invite them to check it out if it aligns with their goals. And then finally, email number 5, calm launch reminder and encouragement. All right, so the purpose is to provide a gentle reminder during the launch itself without pressure or urgency manipulation. Here are some subject lines to consider. The main idea, and end with reassurance. They don't need everything figured out. Start simple beats, waiting for perfect. Soft CTA. Where is it? Soft CTA, once again, to check out Scale.gg one last time. And then at the end, it gives us a summary why this works. Because it teaches before it sells. Great. That's what we wanted, right? It avoids the hype and false promises. Also what we wanted. Positions you as a trusted guide. It also lets the reader decide, not react. And if you want, these are some of the different things that it can do next. So this is all generated, by the way, with the exact same prompt that was just shared with you. So if you thought that this was a pretty good result, how many of you think that this result is pretty good? If you think so, type in good inside of the chat. The good news is that you can do the exact same thing by communicating the exact same thing to your own AI assistant and see what it will give you as well. All right, so we'll continue on with the ChatGPT conversation in just a moment. As you can see, we're going to go on and continue on with our next parts of the email writing process. Good job, Guda. Writing the first educational affiliate email. All right, the first email sets the expectations as well as context, which means that the first email is not about selling. It's about relevance. Relevance to your user, relevance to a future tie-in back to your offer, and in our case, relevant to Scale.gg, right? So this first email is going to set expectations as well as context. Focus on the problem, not the product itself. Don't even introduce the product. Don't even talk about Scale.gg. We're in pre-launch mode right now, right? We're not even going to be talking about how they can buy something when it's not available for them to buy. this usually, I mean, it is available for us to upgrade to Scale.gg right now, but it's not a part of the official launch period at this moment in time. So you're going to want to wait until the launch period so that you can qualify for those prizes, compete for the rewards, and also in the running, right, to be one of the top 20. So focus on the pre-selling. Focus on the problem, not the product. Explain why the topic matters right now. It matters because AI is the talk of the town, right? Automation is what business owners are doing to scale, right? You're teasing them by using words like scale and plus, and get your groove on type of thing. Even before you actually introduce the product or the offer, just start teasing them, right, with different things that subliminally is going to impact them to make a positive decision once they see the brand, once they see the offer, because they've been trained to look at it, right? And then we're going to introduce the offer very, very naturally. Because in this case, what we're doing is that we are actually helping our audience to understand exactly why this launch is going to matter to them, why this is relevant to them, and why they should eventually consider to be a part of our community as well, right? So this is designed to educate them in the process. First and foremost, let's draft our first email together. So up until this point, right, we've been asking ChatGPT to do some research, learn more about the actual product itself. This is the goal that we want to accomplish. These are the things that we're going to be doing next. Let's start to plan for our emails, right? Now we are ready to write our first email. In this case, continuing on with the conversation, we're going to say, write the first email in the sequence. The goal is to educate the reader about a common problem beginners face and naturally introduce the upcoming launch as a possible solution. Keep the tone honest, calm, and helpful. Now, again, use this with a grain of salt. If you do want to make any changes, like you want to make the tone exciting, if you want to make the tone motivational, if you want to inspire, right, then you can obviously make any changes to the prompt that you want. If you want to target not beginners, but intermediates, if you want to target even advanced marketers, then you can obviously make changes in whatever areas that are relevant. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, type in yes inside of the chat. Right here, going back to ChatGPT, this is where we continue the conversation. Write the first email in the sequence. The goal is to educate the reader about a common problem beginners face and naturally introduce the upcoming launch as a possible solution. Keep the tone honest, calm, and helpful. And we are going to send that in to ChatGPT. All right, Martin is saying yes. Melvin is also saying yes. Glad it is making sense. Very cool. So it looks like it's already generating our emails for us. It even gave us the potential subject line, the biggest mistake most beginners make, and it's not what you think. Wow, it's a definitely very curiosity driven, right? Like the biggest mistake, what is it? I think I know. And it's like, but stop right there. It's not what you think. Maybe it'll be even more impactful, right? If we have a ... at the end, because it's like, okay, let's finish that thought. And in order for you to finish that thought, you got to click open on the email and read the rest, right? So let's read this together. Hi, it says, if you're new to affiliate marketing or trying to build online income, there's a common problem almost everyone runs into early on, and it has nothing to do with effort or intelligence. You see, most beginners don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because everything feels scattered. You watch one video that says you need funnels. Another one says that you need email marketing. Another one says you need automation, tracking, pages, traffic, and there's that ... that we're talking about, right? Suddenly, you're trying to duct tape together 5 different tools, 10 tutorials, and a dozen opinions without really knowing what goes where. That overwhelm causes one of 2 things. 1, you freeze and never fully start. 2, or you start but constantly second guess yourself. Neither means you're doing something wrong. It just means the system around you isn't clear yet. Affiliate marketing can be simple, but only when the pieces are organized in a way beginners can actually follow. Over the next few days, I'm going to be walking you through how affiliate marketing works in plain English, where most beginners get stuck, and a platform that I've been exploring that's designed to reduce this kind of complexity. This is very, very good future pacing. I'm not sure if you're actually dissecting the content. We're not even done with the email yet. Dissecting what ChatGPT has actually been writing. It is really like a very problem focused in the beginning, right? Like, is this something that you are experiencing? And then it's like, so it's not what you think. This is actually the reason. And as it explains it, right? It's sharing different experiences that the audience can relate to you watching all this content, and now you're like confused because everything is telling you to do a different thing. Here's how I can help. Over the next few days, and it's future pacing, like this is what to expect. It's training the audience to actually open up your future emails. Isn't that just brilliant? If you think so, type in brilliant inside of the chats. This is just genius. Over the next few days, I will be sharing with you how affiliate marketing works. So if people are interested into affiliate marketing works, of course, they will be at the edge of their seats waiting for that email, right? Where most beginners actually get stuck. I mean, if I'm talking to a beginner who is stuck, then yes, this is something that is going to speak to me, and a platform that I've been exploring that's designed to reduce this kind of complexity. And I'm just like, tell me now, what is this platform? I cannot wait for the next few days. I want to know right this instant, right? Amazing. No hype, no pressure, just information so you can decide what makes sense for you. If this is something you've been struggling with, you're not alone. And there are easier ways to approach it. So it ends on a good note, on a good news. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking soon, and then sign off with your name. And that is email number one. Email number one. And you can continue on with this, by the way, with all the subsequent emails that you're going to be sending. And if you ask me, that's thanks to some pretty good prompting, right? The same prompt that you see on the screen right now, the same prompt that if you happen to be watching us live on Facebook or comment is in your chats, in your comments right now. Copy and paste that, follow along into your own ChatGPT and share with us what ChatGPT is actually talking to you about. In fact, go into our group, make it as interactive as possible, right? Share with us the emails that ChatGPT is actually, sharing with you, generating for you, and share with the community. I think that it would be a great way for us to educate each other and to grow the community at the same time. Next, let's talk about writing soft promotional emails, because after the initial introduction, the next thing is to start planning for different kinds of emails that will softly push your offer. In this case, of course, is Scale.GG, especially our launch. You see, a good affiliate email sounds like something that you would be sending to a friend. It's not going to sound promotional. It's not going to sound like you're marketing something. That's why personally, I have a very unique kind of approach when it comes to my own marketing. Like, I know that a lot of the different emails that go out, whether it's from this company or another company or back in the day with Groove, we like to send a lot of emails that have templates, right? That are colorful, that look very beautiful and look very nicely created with beautiful layouts, all these different things nicely designed, right? And it's great because it's professional. And if that just so happens to be the style of the kinds of emails that your company sends, then that is the brand that you've built. Definitely stick with it, right? What I have seen to work really, really well for me as a solopreneur, not a company, but a solopreneur, even as an affiliate marketer. because I want to make it personal, as what we talked about before, right? And also because I want to make it so that it actually sounds like I'm talking to a friend, I actually send out the emails in just regular text format. No colors, no even bolding or any kind of formatting, no layouts, no templates, none of that. Because if I send an email to a friend, usually it's just in plain text format, right? I mean, when was the last time that you actually made like a super cool Canva style type of template to send a hello, how was your weekend email to a friend and invite them over to dinner or to hang out this coming weekend, right? I don't know about you, but I definitely don't do that. So with that, I send out my emails to my subscribers as if I would be sending out an email to a friend, which is nothing fancy, just plain text email. You're not hiding the fact, by the way. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're not hiding the fact that it's a promotional email. You're simply explaining why you think it's worth paying attention to. You're explaining in story mode, right? Why they might want to check it out at a later time. So that's what we mean by soft promotion. Soft promotion feels like a recommendation, not a hard sell, not aggressive, not like, hey, you must get this right here, right now, or you're going to regret it for the rest of your life, right? It just feels like a recommendation. It might be like at the end of the email, like a PS. By the way, you might want to check this out. By the way, you should join me at this event that's happening tomorrow, this live stream that's happening tomorrow, right? A very, by the way, PS, here's something else that I want to share with you after my initial email to you, right? It just should just feel like a bypassing, right? Passing by type of recommendation. Share reasons, not hype. You should join us because we're going to be learning from the top internet marketing experts of our time, Mr. Mike Phil-Same, right? The reason why you should be sharing is because it's an amazing tool that's going to save you a lot of time. Check it out, right? I'll be checking it out at the exact same time as you will. Transparency is going to build trust. Don't pretend to be somebody who you're not. Don't pretend to be an expert. Don't say that I will show you, I will help you. You can be a millionaire like me if that's not who you are. On the contrary, you might want to say, I'm going to be learning at the exact same time as you. Let's learn together, right? Transparency builds trust. Curiosity also works better than pressure. So we say, hey, this is going to be really cool. This is a secret weapon. I heard from a friend that this is a secret weapon from many of the different top marketers out there. And this is true, who have created profitable 5-figure days, right? Or even 6 figures a month. Be truthful, be realistic. I know Scale, I know Groove use the exact same tools, the exact same platform to create $1 million launch in less than 24 hours. So the statistics, the reality, right? It's there. These are true stories. You're not saying, and you're not claiming that you're the one who actually got these results, but you're saying, what we're saying is that this has been done, right? So we're actually sharing stories of people who were successful with it. So with that said, a soft promotional type of email. Let's go ahead and write one of those emails now. As you can see, this is our AI prompt once again, and I am gonna, very, very cool. Thank you very much, Micah, for staying very helpful. And then over here, I'm gonna paste this into the chat so that you can actually copy and paste this if you need to. Write a soft promotional affiliate email. Explain why the launch may be valuable for beginners. Include a gentle call to action without urgency or hype. Assume the reader is still undecided. All right, so we're gonna go back to our trusty ChatGPT right over here. We're gonna right click on this prompt, paste, right click on this mouse, paste this prompt in, and then we're gonna see exactly what ChatGPT is going to generate for us. So as you can see, already instantly right back to work, right? It gives us the subject line, why this launch might be helpful if you're just starting out. You see how soft sell this is? It's not like why this is something you must have, right? That would be an example of an aggressive sales process. This is why this launch might be helpful if you're starting out, like you might not be starting out, like it might not be helpful, right? But maybe, just maybe, you might want to check this out, right? So very soft nudging, but we've been doing our job, right? Building that relationship with a rapport building type of, hey, check this out, take a look at this, educate them, right, to the point where like, oh yeah, by the way, over the next few days we're going to be sending you this as well. So now they're like, oh, this must be that email that they were talking about where it's going to give us more information, so they would be trained to open this. Hi, if you're still on the fence about this launch, that's completely normal, especially if you're new to affiliate marketing. When you're starting out, the hardest part usually isn't motivation, it's knowing what to focus on first without getting pulled in 10 different directions. That's the main reason I've been paying attention to the Scale.GG launch. So it's actually transitioning into why you, like why me, right? Why I have actually been paying attention. It hasn't even talked about why you should pay attention yet, but I'm sure it'll transition into that, right? What stood out to me, again, right, is talking about why you are interested. Isn't flashy features or big promises. It's that the platform is built around a clear, beginner-friendly structure, bringing together things like pages, offers, and follow-up in one place instead of forcing you to juggle multiple tools right away. For beginners, that matters because 1, you spend less time figuring out tech. 2, you spend more time understanding how affiliate marketing actually works. And 3, you're less likely to stall because everything feels too complicated. Again, now we're talking to the beginners, right? Don't be afraid of the complicated tech stuff because now we have the solution. That said, this isn't a magical solution. It's not for everyone. Soft sell, right? Soft push, not aggressive. You still need to learn, test, and take action at your own pace. So we are setting up the right expectations, right? Not a magic button. That's what we said. It's not something that will happen for you automatically. It is something that will require effort on your part. But if you've been feeling stuck because things feel scattered or confusing, this launch might be worth a look at as a starting framework, not a shortcut. If you want to explore and see if it fits where you're at right now, you can take a look here. So check out Scale.GG here. In fact, right over here is highlighted for you to enter in your very own affiliate link. Okay, so of course, don't just put Scale.GG, because if you don't use your Scale.GG affiliate link, then it's not going to get you credit and you're not going to earn more commissions. You're not going to earn any commissions. So make sure that we're prompted, you enter in that affiliate link that we were talking about, right? Scale.GG/JB. No pressure either way. Even if you decide that it's not for you, understanding how platforms like this are structured can still help you make better decisions going forward. Thanks for reading. And then you sign off with your name. Not bad, right? How many of you also think that was pretty good? If you do, type in good inside of the chat. And that, of course, is because of some good prompt engineering as well. All right, so copy and paste this, use this on your own ChatGPT, and you will be able to see a lot of different responses that might be similar. Last chance emails, all right, without the guilt. Last chance emails often feel uncomfortable because people think that they're being pushy. And that's what we said most people don't do very well in their email marketing, is because they're just not comfortable with the sales aspect of it, right? In reality, all you're doing, and it's just a mentality shift, right? A mental shift. You're not being pushy. You're not being salesy. You're doing your audience a favor. You are doing them a favor by reminding them of a deadline that they may care about. A deadline that if they miss it, it's going to cost them more money. A deadline where if they miss it, will miss out on bonuses and miss out on other opportunities as well. So that's why there should not be any guilt on your end, because again, you're doing them a favor. Sharing is caring. Do you agree? If you agree, type in sharing is caring inside of the chat. So the details, the deadlines, it's information, right? It's not pressure. You're not counting down what the minute saying 10, you only got 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, you better take action now, 6, 5. You're not doing that, right? You're saying the deadline is here. Do what you will do with it. If you want to forget about it, don't worry about it, then that's fine. No issues. No pressure. I'm just doing my part to inform you. Respect the reader's ability to decide. Is this something that you want? because within the next 60 minutes, just as a courtesy reminder, no pressure, no obligation whatsoever, but just wanted to let you know that this offer is about to be gone forever in about 60 minutes from now. And if it's not important to you, then no worries. Let's just pretend that this email never happened, right? So deadlines is just information. Give them the respect to decide on their own whether or not they want to take action. Summarize key benefits clearly and keep it short and direct. I believe this is the final AI prompts for the final day affiliate email that you can also use to write your own email, to craft your own email, right? Hey, we promised you that by the end of the session, you will have your own emails, right? So with that, this is absolutely something that you can use. Follow the process and you will be able to get that done, all right? You can see inside of the chat, whether it's on Facebook or on YouTube, that this prompt is right there. Write a final day affiliate email. Remind the reader of the deadline. Briefly restate who this offer is for and who it is not for. Keep the tone respectful and clear, not urgent or emotional. So we're going to go here, back to Chatty, and then we're going to paste this in. As you can see, I just share with you basically 3 different emails. The first one, which is like an introduction, another one that's designed to be, somewhere in the middle, and this one is the final day one, right? So you can obviously continue the conversation, ask ChatGPT to write you a total of 5 emails. Or 10 emails or 14 emails. If you give it your own schedule, you can say on the first day, I want to send out 2 emails. On the third day, I want to send out 3 emails. On the 5th day, send out 1 email. Like, you can basically give it all these different instructions and it will spit out, generate this kind of amazing content for you. All right. So as you can see, this one is designed to be the final day affiliate email. That's what the subject line says. Final day note, a quick recap before this closes. Hi. Just a quick note to let you know that the Scale.gg launch wraps up today, right? I wanted to send one last clear recap, especially if you've been reading along but haven't decided either way yet. This offer is for you, right? A reminder of who it's for. If you're a beginner in affiliate marketing or online income, if you want a clear structure instead of piecing together lots of tools, if you prefer learning by doing with everything in one place, or if you're realistic about results and understand that tools support efforts, they don't replace it. This offer is not for you. So very, very soft selling still, right? It's like saying, if you want this, then I'm sure that this is for you. And I would encourage you to take action. But if this is not for you, then please, please, please don't buy it, right? Don't take action. So it's very, I don't know, to a certain extent, almost like reverse psychology. That brilliant mind of ChatGPT is coming into play right here, right now. So it's like even telling you, right? It is telling you, setting the expectations of what it's not for, what's not possible. If you're looking for instant or guaranteed income, forget about it. If you don't want to learn the basics of how affiliate marketing works, then it's not for you. It's not for you if you already have a complex setup that you're happy with. That definitely has some psychology behind it, right? Oh, so if you're happy with your life, and you're already very, very successful, and you cannot care less. You simply cannot care less for an extra $100 a day, or $1,000 a week, or 4,000, 3,000 to 5,000 bucks a month. If that's not going to make a difference in your life, then don't worry about it. It's not for you. Save it for somebody else that this money can really make an impact on, right? So that reverse psychology, very, very impactful. You're not ready to take action, even at a slow and steady pace. Wow, this is a shot at your own personal ego here, right? Saying, oh yeah, so you're not ready to take action. You're not ready to change your life, and this is not for you. And you're not going to be successful, right? Success is not for everyone, and we get it. You might be that minority of the people, right, that this isn't for. You're not ready to take action. So there's that psychological shot to their ego right there, saying this may not be for you. So it works very, very well. There's no pressure to join. Missing this doesn't mean you're missing your chance at online income. It just means that this particular option won't be available after today. So the fear of missing out, I mean, at a very, very soft spoken, soft promotion, soft selling kind of style, it's still packing in all of the brilliant sales psychology right here. I mean, if you know, you know. If you don't know, then like you're just like, wow, you're probably like, this is working on me. Like this is making me want to buy type of thing, right? So it is one or the other. Either you know what it's doing, or you're getting affected by it. And either way, it is extremely powerful. All right. So if you feel this will be a helpful starting point for where you're starting right now, you can review the details here. And again, this is where you would insert your affiliate link. And if you decide that it's not the right fit, that's perfectly fine too. The most important thing is choosing tools and paths that actually match your goals and your pace. Thanks for taking the time to read my emails over the past few days. Whatever you decide, I wish you clarity and steady progress moving forward. Warm regards, and then your sign off. Wow, as a final email, as a final sign off, and saying, hey, yeah, make sure that's, if you decide to take action, then be sure to find me, because we're going to be doing this together, right? Or if not, then I wish you nothing but the best. I'm happy for you because you're happy with your life, and, all the best. So very reverse psychological, emotional thing that is happening right over here. Thank you very much, Gilmar. How many of you are also finding value in this content? If you are, please do me a favor, type in value inside the chat so that we know that this is helpful for you, right? So with that, the AI prompt is right over here. It's not magic. ChatGPT can also replicate a very similar kind of result for you as well, should you choose to also copy and paste this into your own ChatGPT. So absolutely, I would encourage you to do this. Finally, how you would apply this to the Scale launch? Well, as we all know, everything that we've written today, and even more on what you will be writing over the next, I don't know, few days, the next few weeks when the launch happens, they can absolutely be directly adapted directly to the ScaleGG launch. So ScaleGG works extremely well as a summary of what we talked about before, because of our target market, right? Because of the people that we want to benefit from the content that we'll be sharing, the tools that ScalePlus is going to provide, the different platforms, the apps that's within the Groove suite of products as well. This works extremely well with educational email content. So write that down. Educational email content. Educational email content, meaning that we want to make sure that every single email that we're sending out, they're learning something. Affiliates can share real cases, real use cases, as well as benefits. For sure, right? I mean, even talk about how we right now are doing examples, right, of live demos with ChatGPT. And this is something that you learned a lot of things on. And if they want to learn, all they got to do is be a part of the community, and they can learn as well. The launch timeline gives structure to emails and GrooveMail. How many of you also use GrooveMail? Can be used to send and automate emails. Now, moments ago, we did have a question from somebody who was asking, hey, so with all of these different prompts that we are using to create the emails, can the ScalePlus actually have an email system that we can send the content out to? And the answer, of course, is absolutely yes. We do have GrooveMail, and if you are using GrooveMail, this is where you can plug in these emails into broadcast or as simple sequences. But even if you're using another email tool and other email platform, the strategy stays exactly the same. The key is clarity, consistency, as well as honesty. So I'm seeing value as well from, is it Marlon or Marion? I'm not sure if I see a dot there. looks like it's saying Marion, right? And then Melvin is saying value. Gilmar is saying value. Dr. Lisa in the house. I think ChatGPT has been learning from you. Probably, right? Maybe ChatGPT has been learning from you as well, Dr. Lisa, because I know that you also are an avid user of ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is great because it's trainable. It can learn new things every single day, all the time, and it comes up with a lot of really great strategies. So yeah, very possibly. It learned from listening. It learned from our prompts. It learned from talking to you, listening to you as well, Dr. Lisa. And now it's just an amazing, amazing platform for us to be doing this. So just out of curiosity, with all the different emails that we had generated using this tool, how many of you want to see, like if I were to copy and paste one of these emails into GrooveMail, how that would work? I mean, do you need that, or are you already familiar with it? If you want to see it, just type in once inside of the chat, or type in the number 1, make it easier. Type in the number 1 inside the chat. And so with that, let's say that you are interested. We're not going to go through like a very long live demo or anything like that, because we are already an hour and 40 minutes into this training, which was originally designed for 60 minutes max. And so if we want to go in depth with GrooveMail and email marketing live demo, that in itself is probably another hour or 2. So we'll reserve that, a much longer version of it, if it's something that you do want to learn. So I'm seeing some ones inside the chat. Great. Let's go ahead and just really quickly go over that now. If you want to, by the way, check out our YouTube channel. Click over here to where it says live. And what you'll see is that a couple of, actually not a couple, last week, 11 days ago, in 2 different sessions, if we, over here, 2 different sessions, we actually went into GrooveMail and how to integrate that with Tiny Email. The one, the only Mr. Amazing John Garcia was in the house as well. And he was showing us, number 1, how you can integrate that with Gmail, with GrooveMail, so that you can use it to send out emails, as well as how to integrate that into forms with Tiny Email. So if you want to check that out, watch these different replays that are available, and that will actually help you to set up the initial phases of building your list and getting people to opt in and all of that. Now, let's say that that is behind you already, right? And we're now over here in our Groove accounts. Just really quickly, like once you log in, you will see that there's a lot of different apps over here that you can choose from. The one that we want to use is this one over here called GrooveMail. You can either click on this right over here on GrooveMail, or if you highlight over the G, on the side of on the corner of the browser, what you'll see is a drop down right over here and right over there as well. You'll also see GrooveMail. So you can click on that, and that will take you directly to GrooveMail. All right. So either way, this one or this one, we're going to click on this one. It takes you to GrooveMail, and then it will ask you what is the next thing that you want to do. So do you want to go to your broadcast? Do you want to go to your sequences? Do you want to go to your list? Now, in the interest of time, for the sake of this actual training, we're not going to go through all of these different things, not the list, not the automations, not the forms, not the professional templates. We're just going to show you, like if I were to copy and paste and send this email out to my broadcast, what I would do, right? So I'm going to click on broadcast, and I would click right over here on where it says new broadcast. And once you click on new broadcast, this is where you will see a few different options, right? Number 1 is an email. Is it SMS, or is it a postcard/letter? For us, this is going to be an email broadcast. So if, let's say, for example, I go over here, right, and I take a look at the subject line and the highs and everything, right, this is going to be the email that I want to send out. I'm going to call this, what is this, the final day reminder, final day launch reminder, right? The email broadcast name is 100% up to you, what you want to call it. Final launch reminder. That is the broadcast name. Once again, this is just for your own purposes only. And I'm looking at the screen. It looks a little bit small. I'm going to blow that up for you just a little bit more, so that's easier for you to see. All right, over here, you will see the broadcast category. So this is also for yourself, what it is that you want to create. So these are the different categories that I have. TIC stands for the Insiders Club. Is it a promotion? Is it for a replay? Is it for something else that we have called AI SEO or SEO in general? Is it a live event? Looks like, yeah, maybe a promotion kind of fits into what we want to call this. And, if you want, you can create a category called launch, and that's where all of your launch emails are going to go. But again, this is all up to you. It's just for your own organization purposes. And in the future, if you decide that you want to send out emails to the same batch of people who are within these categories, then that's what you can set up as well. So I'm going to click on next after that, and you'll see that right after the info, next is recipients. Okay, so with recipients, it's going to ask you, so who do you want to send this to? Do you want to send this to people who are in a segment that you have set up? Do you want to send this to people that are subscribed to a certain list? Remember the tags and the categories that we were talking about before? You can also set this to send it to people who have a certain tag as well. So if I say there are different people within my subscribers that I want to actually send it to, right? Then if I click on subscribe to list, I'm gonna see over here, you will see a lot of the different lists that we have. And then if, let's say, I want to send this to the VIPs, right? And if I wanted to send this to people who asked for an invitation into the Insiders Club, if I wanted to send this to my previous students of a program that we had called AI SEO, Insider Secrets, and as well as the one who are online, right? Then what you do in subscribe to list is you select the different people within your list that you want to send this out to, right? Another option right over here, belong to segment. If you click on belong to segment, right? And then you click on the drop down menu, then you will see all the different segments that you have once upon a time set up. So people who attended on a bonus session, or maybe people who registered for a particular event on this date or whatnot, you can click on one of these or another one. And then in total, right, creation of segments is not possible using segments as one of the options. So I don't know if I probably clicked on this by accident, create a custom segment. And then it's you cannot create a segment. You're already choosing a segment. Yeah, I get it. All right, thank you. So it will tell you, like in summary, based on all these different people that you have selected, how many people are going to receive this particular email. This broadcast will be sent approximately to 1,570 people. All right, so with that, this is that next piece of information. All right, next, after we choose recipients, is the content. So the first part is to choose who you want to send the broadcast out as, right? Is it your name? Is it your company? Is it somebody else? Is it another community? What is it, right? So if you have different senders, this is where you get to choose which one it is that you want to send it out as. Scroll down, you will see the subject line, right? So over here, this is where the subject line is. In fact, if we wanted to, we can also ask ChatGPT, in addition to giving us just the subject line, also give us a preview line, right? And if we're lazy, how many of you are lazy? Type in lazy inside of the chat. You can basically just have ChatGPT create the preview line for you as well. It's basically the preview line of the email before you actually click open, right? If you check your Gmail email in your inbox, for example, you might see the subject line, which is bold, and then you actually see a little preview of the next line of the email or the first line of the email or a small snippet of what the email is actually about. That is actually this preview right over here. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna click on paste for the subject, and then you can go ahead and use ChatGPT to come up with the preview if you wanted to. I'm just going to use this first line because I'm lazy. Right, just as an example, I'm gonna go back here to Groove, and then right here, I'll paste this in. Just a quick note to let you know, and remember the ... that we talked about earlier, right? The incomplete thoughts. This works perfectly in this case because now people see. Just a quick note to let you know, ... What is it that you want to let me know? Now I really must open this email to see what you want to let me know, right? So with that, works great, works wonders to gain that curiosity. Now, as you scroll down, what you'll notice are a few different options. Remember the professional email editor that we talked about, the drag and drop email editor with stunning high converting email templates. I know that Groove like to use that. I think Scale also does as well. It's definitely something that Mike spent a lot of time looking into. And if that's the kind of emails that you want to send out, then great, definitely check that out, because there was a lot of work that actually was put into this. For me personally, as what I mentioned before, I prefer the basic email editor. So if you are on my list, for example, I know that Tyra definitely is. Great to see you. Thank you for the share, and thank you for being here. And I know Dr. Lisa is also in my community as well. So, you know, you can confirm, right? When you receive these emails, I will send them in what we call text format, because that's how I communicate with you in a personal manner. So over here, all right, I go back to the actual email itself, just to make it a little bit easier to copy and paste. First thing I'll do is I'll copy all of this, right? And then that didn't work. Let's try that one more time. I'm gonna copy all of this. And then I will paste this in as plain text. Actually, undo that. If I hold down Control and Shift and paste, as opposed to just regular paste, then now this will paste in as text. What I did moments ago is just a regular Control V, or just a regular right click and paste. As you can see, all these different, like this is bolded, right? All these different formatting was added into this, right? So I do a Control V, I paste this in. As you see, all the formatting is there, right? I'm gonna undo that, and I will do a Control Shift V, and now all of the formatting is not there anymore. All right, so as you can see, this is now just a plain text email. The first thing that I will do right over here, and this is why we use email systems, this is why we use GrooveMail, is because it allows us to, and remember when I said I want to be personal, right? Instead of hi, or hi everyone, or hello everybody, or how's it going guys? How's it going guys and gals, right? I don't do any of that. I address you by name. And the beautiful thing about GrooveMail is that if you do ask for somebody's name as well as their email address, now when you send them an email, right over here, you will see an option for insert variable, right? With insert variable, you click on that, and it will give you some options: affiliate link, first name, last name, email, phone number, company, whatever information that you asked. This will enter it in directly in the email. And in my case, I'm gonna enter in or select first name. And what you'll see over here is the code for first name. So when you receive the email, when the email goes out to you, it's not going to say hi first name. It's going to say hi Tyra, or hi Marion, or hi Gilmar, hi Dr. Lisa, hi Martin, hi Melvin, right? That's where this variable actually comes in. So with that, hi first name, then everything else is pure gravy, right? Right down here, this is where we would enter in your unique URL, your affiliate link. So I might want to do something like view at scale.gg over here. I might say something like, you know, view scale at scale.gg / and then my affiliate link, right? My affiliate link, whatever your affiliate link might be. So we go back to scale.gg, for example, / JV. And if I actually just want to copy and paste this link right over here, right? This link over here, which I can just simply copy the affiliate link, or right click on this and click on copy. Go back to our GrooveMail. You'll see that I can just simply do that. Okay, and there it is. There it is. Now, if I send this as is, usually in Gmail, as well as some other, you know, email platforms, this will be clickable already. But if you want to make sure and you want to do some tracking as well, the other option is highlight the link over here. When you scroll up, you are going to see right over here, okay, an option for hyperlink. Click on that. Okay, simply click on it. That's it. Scroll down. What you'll see is that this is now highlighted. By default, if this is a URL, this URL will be inserted into the link section. All I gotta do is click on save. And now, as you can see, this is a clickable link. All right. Everything else you can customize if you wanted to. Send a test email to yourself if you want to make sure that you receive it. Otherwise, click on next. Click on next right over here. And then you can either save as draft. You can schedule it for later, which keep in mind, everything is in the EST time zone. So if you want to send this, say, on Friday at 12 noon EST, then you click on OK, and that will be scheduled for you. If you want to send this now, like immediately, right? Then click on this. Start sending your broadcast immediately. Click on now. And once you've set whether it's send now, schedule later, right? Or save as draft, once you're ready to send, click right top over here. You will see a button that says send now. Simply click on that and the email is going to go out. All right, so that's how you would integrate everything that we just created within ChatGPT, all the emails into GrooveMail so that you will be able to send this out. Was that helpful for you? If it was, type in helpful inside of the chat. Let me know. Let me know if you want similar kinds of content in the future. So finally, your action steps after this session. You don't need to send every single email that we just discussed today, right? You really don't. In fact, all you need to do is just choose maybe one or two, edit them lightly if you wanted to, customize it, add in their name so they can address them by name, and then of course make it sound like you, right? Make it sound more like you, and then send them out. You know what are we waiting for? Just send them out. Email marketing absolutely rewards action way more than perfection. So don't worry about perfection. Just worry about actually getting it done. All right. So the latest updates. Scale.gg, secure your account if you haven't already, so that you can maximize your commissions as well. Because you know, as a member of ScalePlus, you will also get a lot more rewards. You will also get more benefits as well. So make sure that you do that. If you haven't already, go to scale.gg, scroll down. If you haven't already learned all about it, you'll see all these different buttons, right, to get ScalePlus. Make sure that you do that, and then you will be able to maximize on the launch that we have. Go to scale.gg/JV. Once again, that's scale.gg/JV. I know that we shared these links a little bit earlier at the beginning of this session, which was 2 hours ago. Wow. It's crazy. I talk too much. So over here, you will see inside of the comments, once again, scale.gg as well as scale.gg/JV. That's where you would be able to go to take a look at some of the resources that we just shared with you right over here as well. All right, so if you do have any additional final last minute questions, let us know inside of the chats. I will address them before we actually let you go. But once again, just to summarize, choose one email to start with. Ideally, that very first email that we talked about that introduces the ScalePlus community. Actually, it didn't even introduce it yet, right? In that first email, it was just introducing the problem. It was just teasing them on what is going to be coming up in the future. It's just to be giving them a lot of education. And that's what we want to do for the first emails that we send them. So that's why we say start now, right? Because if you're going to send 3 to 5 emails that are educational, it's going to be too late for you to do that once the launch actually starts happening. So make sure that you start right now. No link is necessary. Just send it to them. Choose one email to start with, most likely the first one, and then edit the AI drafts to make them sound like you, and to make different changes, whatever it is that you want. And then, as we mentioned, sending imperfect emails instead of waiting. Okay, so go to scale.gg to get your scale.gg account, or of course, scale.gg/JV to become a JV, get your affiliate link, and learn more. about how you can become the top affiliate for this launch. How many of you are committed to being a top affiliate for this launch? Practice all the different strategies that we've been teaching you and will continue to be teaching you over the next several days. If you are ready to be at the top, type in top inside of the chat. And of course, we are going to keep you accountable for that. So with that, this is all of what we have for you for today's session. We have now, 1 hour and 58 minutes. This is going to be a 2-hour total session, simply because we love to over deliver. Are you okay with us over delivering? By the way, if you are, type in over deliver inside of the chat, and we see a lot of tops that are coming in from Martin, Good on Marketing, Ryan, as well as Melvin. What about the rest of you? In fact, if you do have any last minute questions, do let me know right now so that we can answer them for you before we go off the air. And if not, though, I did talk to John Garcia yesterday, and if he is available sometime over the next couple of days, he is going to come on live with me as well, probably either on Wednesday or Thursday. And he is mostly like the high-tech guy, right? He is super into the apps, and he is very good at it. He's going to be the man when it comes to showing us the different apps, the different live demos of the apps, and different things that you might want to see. So go inside of our Facebook page. In fact, let's do this live together. Inside of our Facebook community, I'm going to say over here, what ScalePlus app do you want to learn more about this week? All right, and I'm going to make this, let's say, a little bit more colorful. How does that look? Yeah, whatever. Looks all right, right? I'm going to post this inside of our group. And by the way, if you haven't already, I'm going to copy the URL as well. And I will paste this into the chat. Request to be added. If you haven't already, make sure to enter in your information, agree to whatever terms and services or whatnot. Join the group. All right, this is the official ScalePlus group over here. And then I'm going to go over here and post. Give it a few seconds. And what I want to encourage you to do is to like the post inside of the group. And if there is an app that you want to learn more about, such as click campaigns, such as page builder, such as brand baser or blog baser, or invoice.gg or invoicer or imager or anything within the creator studio suite of products, right? Let us know. This post right over here, I know that you guys and gals are here already. I see you, Gilmore. I see you, Marion. I see you, Melvin. I see you, Ryan. I know Tara's here. Rod is also here as well. I see Tyra and Dr. Lisa. I see all of you. All right, go over here, please, to this actual post. Leave a comment and let me know which ScalePlus app you want to learn more about this week. Maybe even see a live demo on, because again, we got Mr. John Garcia, who is going to be joining us over sometime the next day or two. And it's going to be an absolutely awesome session. And he's going to show you, walk you through A to Z, whichever one gets the most votes. All right. So let us know. Definitely let us know. I'm seeing over deliver, over deliver inside of the chat, top and over deliver. Gilmar is saying over deliver. And then Tyra is saying, I am back to watching you on the TV. I remember, Tyra, back when we were launching Groove Asia back in June of 2021, before we had the chance to actually become closer to, Tyra is now a big part of a variety of different communities that we have. And so with that, she's always active, and I see her very often as well inside of our meetings and live events. And she's like, I'm back to watching you on the live TV, which is where it all started back in June of 2021, maybe even before that. I think maybe it was like in 2020 we were doing the Groovathon, the 2-week Groovathon. For those of you who were around, you might remember that. And she was already like, I'm watching you on the TV, so I can't interact, but you look great on the big screen. So came back to the laptop to let you know that I am committed to participating in this launch to gain hands-on skills and knowledge. Thank you. Thank you very much, Tara, for your commitment. Thank you very much for taking action as well. That's what it's all about. And I think it's time, Tara, that you and I, maybe alongside with some of our fellow community members, to catch up as well, because we definitely want to know what you've been up to and how else we can help. And so speaking of that, speaking of how else we can help, don't forget this actual post. Come over here and leave a comment, because we definitely want to know how we can help you to understand more about the ScalePlus apps of suites as well. All right, so with that, 2 hours and 4 minutes. This actual session, don't mind us over delivering. Don't be surprised if we over deliver again in the future, because this is what we do. But 60 minutes usually is around the time frame, give or take. Please put away that kind of time to learn some of the strategies that we'll be teaching you. And of course, if we do have additional information and opportunity to answer questions, we'll do that during these sessions as well. All right, so it looks like we got no more questions at this point in time. This is something that we'll continue to do for you. If you do find value in what we are sharing with you, you want more of this kind of value, it was helpful for you, you have specifics on what you would like to request, this is your opportunity to spend an hour or two with us a couple of times every single week. So make sure to not miss out on this opportunity. All right, so with that, it is getting late for me. It is 2:30 a.m. I'm going to call it a day, a night, whatever it is out there, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, so until next time, take action right now. Let us know if you have any questions. And as always, we'll catch you right here on ScalePlus at the top and on the inside. Cheers, folks. We'll catch you next time.
Scale, 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 rise up.